Welcome back to Rich for Purpose. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the current market sell-off. And is this an opportunity to buy, or could there be more pain ahead? And also, not to brag or anything, but I want to point out that I was able to turn $61,000 into less than $30,000 in 15 days. Now, obviously that's a joke and that's painful to look at, but I want to explain why I'm not worried about it and why none of you should be worried about it either. Now, when I made this video, I had a bunch of companies that I was going to say are a good value to maybe a good pickup at these levels, but I decided I'm just going to wing it, and we're going to take you way back to when I started investing, and I'm going to explain what happened in my story and give you guys some encouragement of what's going on. So when I started investing, I had about $3,000. The reason why it's negative is because I pulled out more money out of this account that I put into it. But basically, I went from about $3,000 and it went up quite a lot. You've seen it, it's 27 here, but it was more than that. And then it just fell off a cliff and I lost everything. At one point I was up this much and then being down more than what I put into my account. Very painful thing. It was very discouraging and I gave up on trading. I didn't touch my account, from 2017 all the way to 2019. And then I decided that if I did it once, if I was able to do that once, then maybe I can do it again. But this time, I'm going to learn from what I did the last time. I'm going to learn about stocks, trading, and options, and learn all the stuff that I can learn and try and duplicate what I did here. It's just this time not screw it up and take my profits. And I was able to do it. I grinded my way up. I made some mistakes along the way, and I've learned things along the way. But I was able to get to what my goal was at before. And my encouragement to you guys today is that if you guys lost money this past month or two, and you're feeling discouraged, don't be discouraged and don't do what I did. Don't give up. This period of time, you know how much money I could have made during that period of time if I just didn't give up? My account would be way more than what it's at today if I just applied myself and learned and did it here. But it's all good. So that's what I wanted to do, is offer you guys some encouragement, and let's go over what mistakes did I make these past couple of months, and why am I down $30,000? And the reason is GameStop. So I got into the GameStop trade, and my weakness in trading is risk. Risk is my weakness. I don't like to take a lot of risk. So the initial GameStop pop, I just did a credit spread, $800 risk, right? And I maxed my gains out at like 6,000 or 8,000 or something. And if I just did a naked call, that contract would have been like 30,000. So, I did it and I got my profits and I learned from it. But then I took too much risk. The GameStop trade kept going and I took too much risk and then it sold off, right? Then when I seen GameStop popping off again, I picked up 50 shares. I bought some naked calls this time and the risk paid off. But what did I do? I got greedy and I rolled over my risk into another bet. And I did that like 2 times. And then I didn't learn my lesson that I should have learned from the first one. When you see this thing go insane, go crazy, I should have collected some profits, and which I did a little bit, but I left a lot on the table by not taking more profits. So what I learned this time around, and if this opportunity presents itself again, which I anticipate that it will, maybe not with GameStop, but with another company, is that, which I did do here at least, is I took my initial investment off the table and collected my profits, some profits, but going into it next time, maybe I'll only leave 25% on the table rather than, leave as much as I did on the table. But but none of that matters. Going forward is what can we do from here? Because my thesis on what's going to go down is that if you look at the bond yields right now, they're starting to level out. And if you want to call it the rotation or whatever's going on, people scared of inflation and raising bond prices, I think that bonds are leveling out here, and by April, everyone should be able to stomach the current levels that they're at, and then we should be set to move forward through April. So I think April will be a good month. So that's just my thesis on where we're at. So that's my main thing is with this video is I wanted to give you guys some encouragement. Don't be discouraged from this current sell-off, because if you were able to make money in stocks this year like a lot of people were, you can do it again. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Learn from what you've done. Learn from your mistakes and move forward. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and march forward. And I guarantee that you will find success eventually. And a couple things I wanted to point out is like Lemonade here at 87 is a no-brainer to me, because if I'm willing to buy this stock at 170, why would I not buy it at 87? That's the thing with market sell-offs, is when the hype train is moving up with these companies, everyone wants to pile on. But when they're moving down, no one wants to touch it. And it's like, why? Like, why would I be willing to pay 170 but not 87? It doesn't make sense to me if you believe in the company. And I believe in Lemonade, so I think Lemonade is a no-brainer here. Skills, I think they're a great company. I know they just did a stock offering, but I think for the long term, if I was willing to pay 30, I think $18 is a great deal for this company here. I like Roblox. Senseonics, the hype train was at $6 for that stock. If you watched my Sense video, I talked about it, how I feel like this is peak hype, and this would be a good time to do my penny stock strategy where I profit and then I make my holdings free when the hype train is at peak hype. But I had $2.50 call options. I had to fill them because I like this company for the long term. I think that they're going to grow into their market cap and exponentially grow further than that if those diabetes sensors, get mass rollout. And I think they can take market share from Dexcom. You can watch my Sense video if you want to learn more about that company. But I think that, if everyone's willing to pile in at $6, but yet no one wants to touch it at $2.68, it's like, you were in it for the wrong reason. So I still have all my Sense shares, and I'm still adding to my position of all these companies here at these levels. Now, for you value investors out there, I know I'm all over the place in this video, but I am very interested in this company. It's Geo Group, ticker symbol GEO. Basically, it's kind of like a REIT company. They're in the prison industry, and I know right now politically in Washington, prisons have a bad name, and the Washington wants to shake up the prison industry. However, in my opinion, I don't think prisons are going anywhere anytime soon. As long as people are breaking the law and breaking the rules, there's gonna be prisons out there. I don't think that they're just gonna let everyone out of prison one day. And if that does happen, this company makes tethers, and those prisoners are going, or those inmates are going to have to be monitored in some type of way. So the tethers and the tracking device bracelets that this company makes, they could win contracts with Washington through that. And they have a big lobby inside Washington, so I think they could benefit from these types of things. But other than that, I don't think the prison industry is going anywhere. So right now we're getting paid a nice hefty dividend while we wait for this thing to reach $15 a share. I think this one is a good value opportunity, especially if you're worried about inflation and rates rising and all that kinds of stuff. So going forward from here, I think this is an opportunity to moving ahead. And don't do what I did. Don't scare yourself away and walk away from this, because if you learn from your mistakes and if you decide to dive in and learn more, and you can do it again. You can do it again. And it might not look the same, but it'll rhyme with however you found success before. It might have a little twist to it, but you will find success again. I can almost guarantee that. Just don't give up. Just learn from it and move forward. And if you guys think that I'm not going to reach my all-time high again, I would call you crazy. I think I'm going to reach that and surpass that. It's just, it might be in another way. I might learn some new strategies and stuff along the way. So please like the video, subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys, and I'll see you for the next one.